Hello, 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 everybody. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I am so excited that have the opportunity to put myself out there. I'm hoping that I get some views because I got up to like 100 views one time, and now my other videos no views, which I'm just gonna leave it up there because it's in the sequence of what this video is about. It's in sequence with the education of this channel to get out there because people need a change. And like I said, I'm not even talking about going to heaven or going to hell. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about treating your fellow man like he's a man, the way we did back in the 80s. You know, the 70s to the 80s was two of the best decades for black people. First of all, I'm so glad y'all didn't say Carol O'Connor to say the N-word, but you let George Jefferson say hunky. See? It's just like that. We can't be prejudiced. See? And Norman Lear, I think he's still alive. Do you know he's the only man that they can count back to Adam? Now, if they can count him back to Adam, then they can count somebody else in his family tree back to Adam. Is that not enough? I don't know. So we are here today, me and you on a couch. We are discussing the Bible as a book. And we are in one of the toughest books in the Bible. And one of the toughest books in the Bible is Ecclesiastes. Okay? Because have you heard a sermon from the book of Ecclesiastes while you were in church? Can you remember it? The only thing I remember is, because we're going to read it today, see. Y'all know that song, A Time to Pass, a time to, well, not a pass, a time for peace, a time for war, a time for love, a time for hate. But I hope it's not too late. See, now, I should play that song while I'm talking. Who knows? Maybe I'll play it next time. I want to get better at this recording thing because this is to everybody. I don't care if you think you're going to hell. I don't care if you think you're going to heaven. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't even care if you're a devil worshiper. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of anything now. All the things that I was scared of has already happened. So can't nothing scare me now. I would fight against it. I would see how I would get out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I learned from haunted movies. I learned from horror movies. Well, I have a long time too. I don't like horror movies, but I love them at the same time. And this is my thing. When I see horror movies, I get stronger. My faith gets stronger. Because, see, I don't understand how you're an atheist. You don't believe in God. But all your movies are about God and the devil. Okay. I respect atheist people. You want to know why I respect atheist people? Because I know who they are. Isn't that something? I know who the unbelievers are, and they are my friends. Jesus' friends was unbelievers. Ooh, we finna get nitty-gritty dop to the ditty, honey. We finna get dop to the ditty, honey, up in here. Okay? Because a lot of people want to predict when Jesus coming back. Y'all better be glad he didn't come back yet. Do y'all understand? Do you understand this is a Sodom and Gomorrah moment? And then people be like, what you mean? Okay. So we know the Moses story. Do we really know the Sodom and Gomorrah story? Has anyone ever really talked about the Sodom and Gomorrah story? And all they know is the end when she turned to a pillar of salt. That's all they know. That is a very, very good book. Good story in the Bible. Okay? So maybe I'll do that one after this, because we got to get through this Ecclesiastics. We got to let people know this. We are here for a little while. So with your little while, you're going to be a atheist. No, excuse me. No, I didn't mean to say that. So with your little while, you're going to be a Nazi. You're going to be a murderer. You're going to be a serial killer. When you could be somebody, at least somebody. Okay, because I'm going to tell you something. I was able to be a stay-at-home mom. I really was. And I was very, very happy at that moment because of what I wanted. Okay. I really, really wanted to stay home with my kids. Okay. Because I know that they can't get the wisdom that they really need from anybody out there. They got to get it from me and their father. That's how people need to understand. So you're going to allow the system to shape your child's brain and mind. No. What shapes a child's mind is what happens at home. And you know what? It's really, really sad how many things, nasty, icky, like vile things that go on in people's homes. And that children are the majority of the victims in that situation. Aren't you tired of abusing kids? Wouldn't you like to go out there and have a picnic and all that? You always sit there and say, if I could do it again, if I could do it again, if I could do it again. If you could do it again, honey, you're going to do the same thing you did. Okay? Because you're going to sit there and say, God is the judge, God is the judge. Well, I'm going to tell you what, honey, you want God to be your judge? He's going to do something, because that's something else. But see, this is what people I'm talking about that say God, okay? These people out there that always put God, like, I seen this lady in court. You know, I watch all of that stuff, y'all. I watch serial killers. I watch murderers. I watch people in court, you know, people that done killed their kids and all that stuff. You know what? I want to understand how that could happen. See, other people are so quick to judge these kind of people. What's going on in their life that they would kill their children? That is vile. And then try to blame it on the black man. Come on, y'all. We need to make this better. That's exactly why we need to read the Bible as a book, because I want some atheists on my side. I love all gay people. Every last one of them. As a matter of fact, I can learn more about this book that we're about to read from gay people than a lot of people, because a lot of gay people are product of going to church. See, that's exactly why when they go to church, they get into a part that they can play very well, and that sometimes is choir directors. It didn't mean to be. That did not mean to be a put down or anything like that. I love my choir director people, but you know what? God been doing this so long. He tired of us looking at the gay issue. We got other things to look at. That's why he squashed it. Why do you think he squashed it? He's the one that know you born that way. You know what? I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to listen to you. And I'm definitely not listening to you over there. I'm going to listen to him. How about that? Oh. Okay, look. Now look at me, y'all. You see that? I'm going to do what's in here. You have anything you want to in here. Okay? I didn't mean even point up there too, because this is. Remember, I want you to correct me on that, because it's time for us to come together. No, I'm not saying get rid of religion all the way. But what I'm saying is this. Some people don't believe it, and some people do. And if they don't or do, regardless, we still got to get along down here. Has anyone thought like that? Wow. Okay. So, we got to do what's in here. It don't matter if you're a believer or not. Do you hear me? It does not matter if you are a believer or not. I choose to read the Bible as a book. I really do. The reason why I do that, I've been reading this book since I was 4 years old, you guys. Yes, I started reading at 4 years old. You know what? I'm so tired of being embarrassed of the things that I'm blessed with and the things that I can do. But you know why? Because being smart and knowing things has always been used against me. I'm not used to that comment of being smart. A lot of people tell me I'm smart, you guys. Why would I be ashamed of being smart? Because when you know I'm smart, then you really expect everything. I'm going to tell you, honey, I had to live at a certain level, being a black woman. Had nothing to do with being a believer, had nothing to do with reading the Bible. It had nothing to do with me going to church and paying my tithes or not. It had nothing to do with that, guys. It was because I was a black woman. And that's one of the things that I know for sure that I am. And the more people remind me, Karens out there. Oh, yeah, we seen Karens. I seen Karens of different races, y'all. I said, dang. But see, this is my thing right here. We need to read this book. Okay? Because it say right here, come on, man. Everything you got, you gonna leave. So you are so desperate to keep your stuff. Oh, keep it in the family or give it to whoever you want. You're gonna leave it. It's meant for you to leave it. That's one thing we know is gonna be death and taxes. Wait. Being born, dying, and taxes. Whether you got a girlfriend or you don't. Whether you got somebody by your side or you don't. One of them doesn't even have to happen for you. Being born, dying, and taxes. Come on, y'all. We're gonna do this on another level because you know what? We got to really see what is going on. You know what's going on? Somebody is trying to destroy somebody's happiness. That it has been going on since the dawn of man. Another man think he better than the other man. So the man that thinks he's better wants the other man to be his servant. And then the servant goes, well, I know I'm not up there with you, man, but I don't want to be a servant. You know, I'm used to running free and being in the trees and stuff because I don't have no money. So I kill my food every night. You know what I mean? And all that. Just because I'm lower status than you does not mean I want to be your servant. Okay? I don't know where all that came out. But you know what? People are people. Why should it be that we not get along so awesomely? People are people, so why should it be that we don't get along so awesomely? I don't know why that came to my mind. Anybody from the 80s should know that song. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so we finished chapter 4 in the last one. Okay, part 4. I'm trying to say something different, you guys. I would love to get people to listen. I think it's because I can't put No one can put comments, and I apologize for that. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but please still listen, still watch. Please subscribe to my channel so that I can stay on YouTube. And this video is for educational purposes only, because we need to put things in perspective in education. No matter what it is, even if Star Wars, you learn Star Wars is part of education. Everything is a part of education. Okay, so here we go. We are in the chapter called Ecclesiastics. Okay, we are on part 3, and we are at number 1 of part 3 in the chapter of Ecclesiastics. Okay. See, that's why I call them chapters, not necessarily books. I call them chapters in the book. Okay? We got to get over this stuff. I don't want to be blown up. I want to live, y'all, and I want my grandkids to live. Come on, man. Okay, so we're going to do this because I'm going to read the book, and then I'm going to read the application part. Okay? Those are the things that I read on my channel. I am so sorry. I don't know how to do the comment thing. I wish I did, but please forgive me. And just please watch and give it to someone else, because it's time for us to understand some things. Because you know what? I'm tired of these people thinking they in charge because of this, because of that, but they don't even think about me as an equal person. Okay? And that's what's getting me to reading this as a book. Because even if it says that the slaves in here, in this book, they're set free. This is the only book I know that we set free. Yes, I said we, because I'm dark, I'm black, and I know how it is. Okay, so here we go, y'all. Part 3, and we're at number 1. Okay. To everything there is a season. Now you know what song I'm talking about. A time for every purpose under heaven. Now, I really am not going to think that atheists can't understand that the sky is called heaven, because we don't know what's beyond the sky. I mean, we know what's beyond the sky, but even if we get up in the sky, we don't know what's beyond that. We really think we do. When we get out there, then we'll know. But under heaven means under the sky, because there's a firmament. Remember, there's the sky, there's the firmament, then there's the water above the firmament. This is all the sky to me. Okay, so a time for every purpose under heaven. Okay, there's a time to be born and a time to die. There's a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted. It's a time to kill and a time to heal. Now, there's always a time to kill. Where is the heal part? That's the part I see here. Has nothing to do with God. Has nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with religion. Healing to everybody. Okay? Because, you know, we done went through one of the toughest seasons we done went through. And that's called COVID. And you know what? I'm tired of COVID. I'm ready to fight COVID. You know, we can't fight COVID if we got people that wear masks, people that don't wear masks. The ones that don't want to wear it, don't let them wear it. As long as you got one on. If you got one on and somebody comes to you and they don't have none on, don't worry about it. But at your work environment, everybody got to wear one. I don't give a doggone. Okay? You can take it off when you go to the bathroom and all that stuff, but I'm telling you, you better have it on in the break room too. This is the work requirement. Okay? It is our job to protect other people when we're at work. Okay? So if all these people ain't at work, all these crazy people that don't want to wear a mask, and they're at work, but if you're in the movie theater and you ain't got one on, so what? That's how I feel about it. Okay, you guys, let's get through this because we're gonna go to part 12. Number 12. We're gonna go to number 12. Okay, it's a time to kill and a time to heal. Because if anybody coming after me, I'm killing you. I know a lot of ways to do it. But you know what? I'm a latchkey kid from the 70s, man. I had to survive some kind of way. And you know what? I'm still surviving right now because ain't nobody gonna take my life from me. The only one that I want to take me are angels. I know they're gonna take me one day. But see, do you see this? It's a time to kill and a time to heal. So can we say that that's it? Look. In the Old Testament, New Testament, what? An eye for an eye. There is a time to kill and a time to heal. Okay. A time to break down and a time to build up. This is the one we missing. A time to build up. This book needs to be read today. Okay. A time to weep and a time to laugh. Okay, can we laugh now? That's one thing I can say. Mr. Norman Lear gave us laughter in the 70s. It was really bad that John Amos couldn't get along with him. But you know John Amos was on the Mary Tyler Moore show. Did you know that? He was very good, very respected. Very respectable. I love me some John Amos. Okay. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Okay. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones. So those same stones that you just cast away are the same stones you're going to bring back. Plus more. See. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. We always refraining from embracing. Have we had the time to embrace yet? I don't think so. A time to gain and a time to lose. Okay, everybody knows about the time to lose. I don't give a crack. I don't give a care. Everyone knows how it is a time to lose. Everybody knows how that feels. A time to gain. Do you know other people get jealous of you? No, you supposed to gain too. I'm not going to get jealous of you because you gain. Why you get mad because I gain? I don't know. I live my life in a certain way that I don't live at a high rate of people take advantage of me. I don't live that way anymore. I don't live in a way that could come to endanger me. You know, I don't live that life anymore. But I'm going to tell you, I did that when I was young. I sure did when I was young. I got married young, you know what I mean? You know, I didn't experience a lot of things. You know, right now I'm glad I didn't. But back then, I was young and everything. I didn't experience anything. But you know what? I'm so glad I can now. I can experience it now. Come with me and experience the good. We want the good, you guys. Okay? We want a time to gain. Okay? Look. A time to keep and a time to throw away. There you go. Bam! Hoarders. There you go. Hoarders. I watch that show all the time. Y'all. It's time to throw that crap away, y'all. And you got trucks, people, and trucks. If you got anything that's valuable that you really want to throw away, you're going to get money. They're going to make sure you're going to get the money you deserve. They came back to that man with a $1,000 check. He was like, whoa, thanks. And this man still wasn't even done cleaning his whole house. Okay. A time to tear and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. a time of war and a time of peace. And I swear, I hope it ain't too late. Dun, 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 dun. That's so funny. Okay, this is the part where we know we ain't going to be here all the time. And see, that's how people think. Like they're going to be here all the time. I got my Cadillac. I got my church. I got my work. I got, I got my judgment for this people and these people. And, De La Soul music came out yesterday, you guys. De La Soul. Y'all know who that is? I'll tell you about that in the next video. Okay, let's keep on reading. A time of war and a time of peace. Where's the peace? This is the part I'm looking for. The peace part. Okay. What profit has the worker from that in which he labors? What profit has the worker from that in which he labors? I have seen the God-given task with which the sons of men are to be occupied. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity in their hearts, except that no one, excuse me, except that no one can find out the work that God does from the beginning to the end. But you can't find that work. You can't find out about that work because that's his work. Okay, that's the universe work. We can't take over what the universe is doing. But see, the universe right here, you don't know what the universe, the Lord, hallelujah, find out the work that God does from beginning to end. You ain't going to find that. People study trying to find it. Just let it go. Collect your money how you think you should. I'm not a greedy person, and that's the reason why I always have money. Do you know when Joshua and Caleb came back over that wall, they was fired up, y'all. They was fired up. Come on, y'all. We finna go get this loot, man. We finna go get this loot. That's what we did in this book. Let's go get that loot. We're going to get that loot. We're going to get that big old fruit. We're going to do this, man. We finna get this loot, man. Let's go. And then they got scared. Oh, look at them. They're so scary looking. Come on, man. Okay. I know that nothing is better for them than to rejoice and to do good in their lives, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor, because that's the gift from God. Amen. The universe. Amen. I believe that I can say that with the Lord, because like we said, we don't know their work, and God already knows the universe, so it's a universe thing. And I believe that the earth, okay, this is the one thing I want you to understand. The earth could pass away. The earth is not going to pass away. Does anyone know this? The earth ain't going nowhere. The earth can replenish itself. Okay? And see, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory, it really can replenish itself. So who are you? Are you this big shot that know all this and got this and whatever? Or are you the one person who need help? All you need is a little help. And the fact that people get massive rich. We can't even say rich anymore. I mean, it's so massive. It's massive rich. Okay, so remember that your enjoy the good of all your labor. That is the gift of God. The good of all his labor. Okay, so we're going to read to 13. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift to you. Good. Good. I don't know, maybe we'll look that up. But right now I'm going to read the application part for the parts from part 1, from number 1 to number 13. Okay? Okay, here we go. If retribution fails as a value, perhaps there exists some mystical cosmic order that grants meaning to life. Does that say retribution? For each thing has its proper time or cycle. So you're going to try to trick me and tell me I'm supposed to be your slave for the rest of my life. Well, right here it says everything has a proper time. So you know what that means? There's going to be a proper time where no one will be prejudiced. We're not going to see it. Shoot, our grandkids ain't even going to see it. It's just going to keep going on and on. Do you know how many people still having babies? I say keep going. See how full we can get the earth. Okay? But that's why I say it's a proper time of the cycle. The cycle of slavery is over. I don't know if people understand that. The cycle of slavery is over. Man, when faced with the determinism, is helpless to control it or change it. See, you are helpless to control it or change it. That's exactly why the earth is the way it is. We need to accept these people for who they are. Maybe if we accept people as drug addicts, maybe they can take care of their kid first and then go get their bump. We got to let them live. It's the people that's supplying it that's the bad people. But you know what? It's the people that's supplying it that's going to always get it out there, because there's always going to be somebody that wants some money. There is everything has its proper time or cycle. Has nothing to do with Illuminati. Has nothing to do with anything. Well, to me, that's called evolution. Evolution in the Bible? What? Okay, see, because we are a thing. We are the thing, you guys. The people is the thing. And the thing has its proper time or cycle. And people that know that will not allow other people to be in charge, or to at least have some kind of self-esteem. Okay? If you were bullying somebody because they look different, see, you shouldn't do that. You should be glad you're not different like that, but you know that person is a person. You should be able to know. Maybe be the person friend. I understand. It's a proper place and a proper time or cycle. Okay? Men, when faced with this determinism, is helpless to control it or change it. See? You cannot control this proper time. You cannot change this proper cycle. We have to accept everybody for everybody. God has already got over the gay thing. We need to focus on this homeless thing now. We need to focus on this drug thing now. Obviously, saying no to drugs is not the answer. If a drug counselor can all of a sudden be a drug addict, well, no, she was a drug addict first. See, she was a drug addict first, then she became a drug counselor. And she was clean for about 15 years, maybe 20 years. And now she's a drug addict again, y'all. A full-blown drug addict. Wow. Okay, Here we go. We are in number 10, okay, in the application part. When God created the world, he pronounced it very good. Everybody know that. Even atheists know that. He pronounced it very good. Since the preacher cannot improve on the created order, the best thing for man is to acknowledge it by enjoying life, once again returning to the same conclusion he arrived at in part 2, number 24 and number 25. So let's reread that, because that's what it say, right? Man is to acknowledge it by enjoying life, once again returning to the same conclusion he arrived at in part 2, number 24 and 25. Number 24 and 25. Nothing is better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that his soul should enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw was from the hand of God. See, did you see that? We already know the Moses story. We got to get this down plain and simple. God say, enjoy your life. All these people running around, oh, I can't eat that, I can't eat that. You know what? If you had control of what you eat, you could eat anything. I'm not joking. Do you know if you eat things that you want to, there's got to be a proper cycle for that. You know what you do? You eat a little bit at a time. You find out what food is out there that you can eat, that is okay for you to eat, and then you eat it. But you know things are not good for you to eat. Me personally, you know what I've been doing? I have been eating the noodles, the pack of noodles, but I don't use the seasoning in there. It's too salty. I use Mrs. Dad's. I use the noodles, and I've been eating noodles like every day. And then I have my lean cuisines or my Marie. It's some Marie Collier entrees out there that are less calories than a lot of them. Check it out. Enjoy. Okay, now what it say? For who can eat or who can have enjoyment more than I? Who can have enjoyment more than me? So, if you, once again, returning to the same conclusion that he arrived at in number 24 and 25, the same thing he said in chapter part 13, number 13, right? He said in number 13. Yeah, he said in number 13. The same thing he said in 24 and 25 of part 2. He says the same thing in part 3, number 12 and 13. See? And all y'all focus on is getting this from somebody, getting that from somebody. Oh, I'm going to beat this person up and get it. And then you want to try to stop the stuff in grade school, and we watching this in front of our eyes. Why wouldn't you expect little Johnny to be a prejudiced, little cute, blonde hair, blue-eyed guy? Do you understand? I describe Billy as blonde-haired and blue-eyed. There's so many black people that are born with blonde hair and blue eyes now. Even it was back then, they just weren't noticed. But you know what? It's a proper time for us to know we mixing it up, y'all. And we ain't gonna have nobody solid no more. We need to get together. We need to get this together. We really do. And you know what? If the United States do things, you know everybody else around the world follows. Always. We got to get this out. This hate thing got to go. I don't like it at all. Okay, so here we go. When God created the world, he pronounced it very good. You know, there's people out there, oh, I don't care about the earth. I'm going to make it dirty. The earth is pronounced as being very good. Why are you digging the whole way down to the middle of the earth? We already know there's fire down there. Why? Why would you do that to me? Just saying. Okay, since the preacher cannot improve on the created order, the best thing for a man to do is to acknowledge it by enjoying life once again, returning to the same conclusion that he arrived at in 2:24:25. Okay. Now this one, 3:11 says C number 4, but we're going to do that one later. We're going to do that later because that's at the end of the Bible. Okay. In the order of this Bible. Okay, here we go. Everything has been placed on the earth for man's benefit and should be received with thanks. But you got alcohol out there. Y'all can't smoke a blunt. That's kind of weird, don't you think? Okay, and that's the end, you guys. That's what we're ending. Everything has been placed on earth for man's benefit and should be received with thanks. Not only white people. Man. And you guys know, when we read this book, as education, we know that this part means mankind. Not only Aryan man. And those are the only things that have not changed. Is man. What? Women have what? Around the world, we have what? Not even 85 serial killers. But the man, they're the ones that do the serial killing over and over. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter what color the man is. It does not matter what color the man is. The man is always going to kill, and especially a lady, because they don't want that to change. They really believe that a lady is less than a person. You should read that. That's in the history books. Oh, you didn't read that in the history books? Yeah, neither did I until I read a history book the other day. Just saying. So, the only thing that has not changed is man. We're going to get on that, y'all. Okay, this is Jeannie, me and you on the couch. You know, like I said, no one viewed my video last time, but I'm going to keep it up there anyway because it's a sequence. I'm going to keep it up there anyway because it's a sequence. I'm hoping that I get some views on this video because you know what? It's time for us to have joy. Okay? All right. Well, I hope to get some subscribers and some readers, and hopefully I'll get some listeners. And you know what? You have a great weekend, and I'm so glad you're listening. This is me and you on the couch, and I'm signing off.